You didn't eat breakfast? Did you know that you're doing a food segment? That's why?
I had an idea, an inkling, but I didn't realize it was all this food.
Oh yeah, this is a spread. You should hang with us. We always have something to eat and something to drink on this show. Lifestyle Man. We're gonna bring you today dinner on a dime. You're welcome. Our next guest is sharing easy go-to meals that can feed a family of 4 without breaking the bank. Cara di Falco hosts her Emmy-nominated cooking show, Cara's Cucina, on YouTube. She's a home cook, health coach, and she's just all about sharing easy, healthy, and delicious Italian recipes that anybody, the average Joe, myself included, can recreate. She's joining us live this morning. Thank you, darling, for coming and bringing this delicious. Italians can't go anywhere without bringing food to feed an army.
Yeah, no, we don't know like minimalism.
There's no such thing as portion control.
There's no such thing. No, we don't know how to do it.
We're so pumped to have you here. I know just from, I've known you a long time. Cara's in the business. You are so passionate about food. Yeah. It is who you, it's part of your identity.
It really is.
You created the show around that love of food. Where does that come from, the love of food?
You know what, I would like to say, you know, Jersey girl, born and raised, big Italian family. I was so blessed. I had 2 grandmothers and a great-grandmother growing up, all of whom could cook. I mean, we lived that life. My mom cooked us 3 square meals a day. We went to my grandmother's house on Sundays for dinner. Holidays, we would, you know, the Monday before Thanksgiving, you know, we're at my grandmother's house rolling 500 ravioli because we're feeding 30 people on Thursday.
30.
Thank you for saying ravioli. Well, I know you know, but there's no S on the end of it, folks.
No,
ravioli
the I makes it plural.
Okay?
If it's one, it's raviolo.
There we go. And did you learn something today?
Yeah, I learned how to do this. That makes it Italian.
That makes it Italian when you do it like this.
All right.
With all these great smells, what are you making for us today?
Okay, so I thought we would start with a pasta dish that, this one actually comes from a girlfriend of mine
you go over there
in
so
high
you can
school.
help her, because if she needs help, it's going to be you, not me.
So the thing that I did prep this morning is this is just some cubed up chicken breast with onion and garlic. So we just sauteed that up. So normally in the pan, you would have all the juices left from that, but we're not going to have that just yet. But we are going to start with some red wine.
Oh, boy.
As well as some crushed tomato. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to put a little bit of heavy cream or half and half. You can really use either one here.
Okay.
We just want to get that nice kind of like pink sauce thing going on.
I love what's happening right now.
All right. So we would let this cook all together for about 15 minutes. And with this one, I like to add in capers because I love their like briny flavor, right?
Bit of saltiness.
Yep. So we'll throw some of those in there.
It smells like I'm at an Italian restaurant right now.
Right? It works out
This
already.
could be our kitchen.
We could do. I could stay here all day and just do this
God,
if you guys,
please.
you know, if you want me around.
Yeah, it
We
is
are
fun.
not going to say no.
It's a fun day at work, right?
Right? There you go.
I think this is a good idea.
So we'll let this all come together, and we're going to add our chicken back in.
Okay.
So again, this is just chicken breast. So when we did this one, and I think they have some pricing for you. This was actually the most expensive meal that I put together.
Really?
But this one came in at just over $30. But the reason being,
We have the receipts. Here we go.
Yes.
This is, Cara did the shopping. She sent producer Allie the screenshot.
Yes.
And this is what it is.
And this is what it came down to. And I will say this, though. There's a couple things. Obviously, like wine, sometimes you don't necessarily, if you don't want to cook with wine, you don't have to. It's not a big deal. The alcohol does cook off,
you already have it.
But it's already here.
Normally it's already in the house.
Exactly, exactly. The chicken I bought, you know, humanely raised organic chicken because I'm very particular about my meat. You can certainly save some money on that. And this is only one chicken breast. You're not using the whole package of chicken in the dish.
Okay.
So you can go back and and use it again. So once all of your sauce flavors come together, we're gonna add our pasta in.
One of my favorite shapes of pasta.
Oh, you can't beat a good rigatoni. You can't beat them. And they're perfect with something like this because that big tube, it just holds the piece of meat, it holds the sauce. So anytime you have a chunky sauce, you want like a nice tubular pasta or something with a good scoop in it, so it's gonna hold all of those delicious flavors. So you get a full bite.
Yeah, this is not right.
So that's wrong, Figgy.
I'm salivating.
Yeah, Figgy's for
Pavlov's
Clem's
dog
over
right
there. Don't worry, I see a dish.
There's bowls.
I'm
we're
watching,
eating
I'm
with
learning,
your
I'm
name on it.
taking
And by the way,
notes.
that's a great macaroni dish right there. I noticed the shape. It's the shallower dish.
Yep.
Wider circumference.
Yep, that's
All
how
right,
I like to do it.
While we're scooping things up, stirring around, can you talk to us about some of the other dishes that you brought?
Yes, so over here we have some sausage and peppers, and that is actually...
Give that a smell. Let me know how it is.
That's
smell?
actually, yes.
I want to
Put
give
your
it more
face
than a
in there.
smell.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's actually the least expensive dish that we did for you guys today. So that one came
Show us the receipt for the sausage and peppers.
It's sausage, it's peppers.
It came in at under $20 for a family of 4.
There we go.
And I'll tell you what, so this is my mom's trick for like expanding just about any meal. is whenever this is not enough, say somebody, we have a lot of like unexpected guests.
This is a great, I'm all ears right now.
Roasted potatoes.
Bam.
Just toss those
Just
in
doubled
there. It just, you know, like I said,
just double it.
It really did, and that's it. And now those potatoes soak up all those juices, all those delicious flavors, and you've got a great dish. Again, that's going to feed the family. Also, if you're kind of avoiding gluten for any reason,
Give me gluten.
you can go.
Give it to
We'll
Figgy.
give him the gluten.
If you
There you
are
go.
avoiding gluten, give it to Figgy. And look at that. Is that a semolina bread?
Of course, a nice piece of semolina bread. Same thing. $3 for the loaf.
And I wish that, can you do a little another shave of the Parmesan? I love the way you shave the Parmesan.
Absolutely.
I need to get me one of those. That's gorgeous.
Yes, just a microplane.
You can never have too much.
You can never have too much. No, there's never a point where there's too much of this.
Go ahead, Figgy.
I was waiting for permission.
It's not, as I say, it's safe to eat. It's just not super hot.
Oh my God, amazing. And what are we topping with?
And then, of course, yeah, we've got
Fresh basil.
little fresh basil, absolutely, right?
Does class up a meal.
It's just anything green. It always makes it look nice, right?
Yes.
So we'll get this stuff out of here.
Amazing.
We'll
Looks
give this
nice,
a quick.
tastes even better.
So how are the sausage and peppers? Good?
Delicious.
It's good?
Absolutely delicious. Yep,
And you
the
know what I
potatoes are nice.
like the
So-
best about sausage and peppers, even with the potatoes?
It's better left over.
It is, and then you throw some scrambled eggs in there, and we have something that in
About
our household
breakfast.
we call the Pope: the peppers, onions, potatoes, and eggs.
There you go.
Look at you.
Okay,
That's
See,
it.
I
I got
sometimes
that.
know what I'm doing.
I'm learning already.
And as that comes together, Figgy has been very, 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 very excited about this next one. An
Yeah.
Italian shepherd's
An
pie.
Italian shepherd's pie. So that, a friend of mine in high school made that up. She was cooking for her daughter and just trying to come up with different things that she could make. So this is basically
Here, I'm going to switch with you because I'm going to go ahead and eat that.
like a ragu of sorts, right? So it's like a meat sauce with sausage. And the meatball mix, if you shop in this area, meatball mix is pretty common, I think, for other people, not necessarily. And then instead of mashed potato, it's topped with polenta.
Ah, there's the Italian
There's
part.
the Italian part, right? So this, we're gonna just kind of, oh, I might need my knife.
Oh, yeah. You're breathing down my neck, bro.
I'll be over here. You're looking for me, I'll be over here.
Oh my God. So say it again, the layers.
Okay, so it's basically just ragu. So it's pork, veal, beef, and sausage.
Meatball mix, yeah.
Right, yeah, meatball mix. And then, onion and garlic, crushed tomato, fresh herbs. You just basically make a nice ragu, and then you top the whole thing with that beautiful layer of polenta.
Thank you. And what we didn't mention is a lot of this is shopping the perimeters, which is where the healthy stuff comes
Yes.
from too, because these are healthy too.
These are good, hearty, whole food meals, right? So they're gonna feed your family well. You're going to save money. Isn't that really
Stop.
good?
Let's throw the receipt up. You can save money.
Yes, so you can save money. So the Italian shepherd's pie came in at just around $23?
$23.53.
$23.53. So yeah, and you're gonna get everybody fed. Family of 4. Figgy's still going.
I don't know, Figgy. I don't know if your family's getting any of this.
No. See, that's the thing. So just me
Just
is well
you
over
by
30,
yourself.
40, $50. So
All right, we'll talk about
That's
portion.
3 more of me
On
that's eating
tomorrow's
with this.
episode, on Monday's episode, we'll talk portion control, okay? You can find Cara's recipes on
Wow.
Instagram and YouTube
Delicious.
at Cara di Falco or on her website, caradefalco.com. Thank you so much, darling.